What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins and, maybe if there's going to be some moves coming forward, because the Pittsburgh Penguins obviously just made a trade. They got, Tanner Pearson. They traded away Carl Hagelin because they needed to mix some stuff up. This was just after Jim Rutherford said there's going to have to be some changes, and after he signed an extension to stay the GM of the Penguins. So this video, I'm just going to be kind of giving my thoughts. I've got some stuff from Specters Hockey as well. I'm recording this on Monday, November 19th, so if this video goes up after today, which it probably will, some stats will probably change. They're 8th in the Metro currently when I'm recording this. They're playing the Buffalo Sabres tonight on the 19th. So, like I said, things can change. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of a note from Specters Hockey. But I've got my own opinion in this, so this isn't just a full-on trade rumor video. It's more of just a discussion on the Penguins as well. So, if you want to subscribe, I'd love that. Please, if you want to have more hockey conversations with me, I'd love that. Make sure to subscribe. It only takes a second, and hopefully we can get to 4,000 subscribers together. So let's get into this video. So Chris Johnson was reporting for Sportsnet that he doesn't believe that the Pittsburgh Penguins are done making deals after the Hagelin for Pearson trade. Now, Hagelin wasn't really having the best start to the season, neither is Pearson, but they did that flip to see if maybe this will help both of them. So we'll have to see over time how this works out, but I actually do think this could work for both teams. Pearson needs a fresh start. The Penguins seem to always get, new projects that could work. They've got a lot of talent, and with Hagelin going to LA, they need speed. They need a bit of a boost. Pearson's younger too, so this could work out for Pittsburgh as well. But I believe they each also have one more year left on their deal after this season. So getting back to Chris Johnson, like I said, he doesn't feel like Jim Rutherford is okay with where they are. I'm sure he isn't, because this Pittsburgh team wants to be contending for a Stanley Cup at the end of this year and obviously into the playoffs. This is just some names that have been tossed around that they're not sure if maybe are expendable, just based off the fact that they want to They want to try to make this team as good as possible. So Chris Johnson said that Daniel Sprong might be a guy that could get moved. A lot of people were anticipating that when Pittsburgh made the move, when there was rumors about them, saying, oh, a trade is coming. People are like, well, Sprong is gone. He was the first name that people thought was going. Hagelin kind of threw me off a little bit. I wasn't sure if they'd actually move him just based off of speed and, the way he can, kill penalties. He can do a lot of stuff. But Sprong was a name that came up quite a bit. He's fairly young, and he might be good for any team. Olli Mata, the defenseman, pretty young as well. He's been a name that's come up in rumors for the Leafs the past couple years, but he's been in rumors for quite a bit now. Pittsburgh has guys that are expendable, I guess. I'm not sure how many people really like Mata in Pittsburgh. I'm sure he has quite a few fans, but I've read some places that he's not what they expected him to be. So that's a name I'd keep an eye on. There apparently, this, and don't quote me on this, this isn't me saying this. It's in the article as well. It said there have been some renewed whispers about Phil Kessel's availability, although the Penguins need more scoring behind Sidney Crosby and Yevgeny Malkin. Kessel has 115 points in his last 100 games, so that's dating back to last year. So he's just been putting up more than a point per game. He's a great player. For the guy that commented on my video saying, why would, anybody like Phil Kessel? I was being chirped because I like Phil Kessel. He has Stanley Cup rings, and those are his points right there. And he's telling me, oh, well, he's not even a point per game player. Well, in his last 100 games, he's got more points than games. So there you go. So, and then the Specters note in this is something that I was already going to say because I totally agree with it. He leads the team right now with 9 goals and is second in points with 23. So, and Malkin is in first there. So he believes Sprong and Mata are the guys that could get moved. I'm also thinking that way. But there's other names mentioned here that I immediately thought of. The first guy I thought of was Brian Rust. So that one maybe won't happen. We'll get into some points here in a second. Riley Sheahan as well. He's a UFA at the end of the season. Let's just look at their points. So like mentioned in there, Malkin's leading with 25, Kessel's there with 23, and Crosby has 19 in 16 games. Letang has 14 and 17. He's a guy that they're not going to move. They need him on the blue line because they need to address more of their blue line, in my opinion. Jake Gensel is another guy they're going to hold on to as well. Can't see him going anywhere. Hornquist as well. I think they want to keep him. Dominic Simon or Simon, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It could be a weird pronunciation, although it looks very simple. They probably won't move him. Alexiak has actually been good since he came to Pittsburgh in my eyes. He's got 8 points in 16 games. He's looked all right for them. Brian Dumoulin, I'm not sure what they're going to do, but let's get to some of the other names. Brassard is a UFA at the end of this year. They're more than likely just going to keep him until his contract goes out. He's at an affordable price for a guy who's actually a decent hockey player. They want him to get going, though, so hopefully he'll get some more points as the season goes on. Mata currently has only played, well, he's played in a lot of games, actually. 17 games played, he has 5 points, so he may be a movable piece if they think they can upgrade. Rust has 5 points in 18 games. He's a -3. He's a player that a lot of Pittsburgh fans like because he actually probably could put up more points than a lot of people expect. That's a name that's been out there. Sprong, 13 games played, 4 points. So a lot of these guys are guys that just haven't been playing well this year. 17 games played for Sheahan. He has 2 points. Just not the best, okay? And then when it comes to their goaltending, this is another thing that is worrying a lot of people. You know, Murray has 2 Stanley Cups already. He technically had 2 in his rookie season because he came in for the playoffs, won a cup, and then the next season they won again, the back-to-back years. So Pittsburgh likes Matt Murray, but this year he's been taking a lot of flack because he hasn't been good. Him and Casey DeSmith have split time, and DeSmith is a guy that people think are just going to take over the crease because DeSmith right now has a 2.25 goals against average and a .930 save percentage. So in terms of games played, they've gotten in pretty much the same amount of games, and the minutes... Although Murray has played basically like a whole hour more than DeSmith, so that also, you know, could vary. But it looks like DeSmith is starting tonight against Columbus. Well, not tonight because I'm not making this video. You won't be seeing this on the night of the game, but he's playing against Columbus, it looked like. So if that goes well, then he may just be taking over because Matt Murray through 11 games has a 4.08 goals against average and an .877 save percentage. That's not where Pittsburgh wants him to be, nor should he be there. He's better than this. DeSmith, I believe, is a UFA at the end of this year as well. And looking at Cap Friendly, they don't have a ton of space. Pittsburgh needs to do something here. It's going to result in them having to move money out. I'm not sure if they would want to move Brassard if they feel like they have to, but it would have to be part of a bigger package because Pittsburgh, they might, again, this could be just Jim Rutherford going, okay, like the Pearson trade, we're going to have to swap out a couple guys who aren't working out for us right now, but may work out on another team, and the guys we receive might work out. And that's how Pittsburgh probably is going to be going. I don't think they're going to move Kessel, although I'd be really surprised if they did. He's got a lot of money attached to him as well, but he's at $6.8 million on their cap right now. So that's quite a bit of money, but Phil Kessel put up 92 points last year. He's a valuable piece. I don't think he's a guy that would get traded, but if they felt like they literally had to make a huge move and they needed to quickly rebrand this team and, you know, stick with their core, although I think Kessel's in that core, he would be interesting because you probably could get a ton of pieces back where you would still be competitive. But again, I don't want to get into that because I don't think Kessel's the move. If I were to make a prediction, it's going to be guys, you know, that aren't putting up the numbers that Pittsburgh wants them to or isn't performing the way they want them to. Like Mata probably. Rust, I would be very surprised, although he is an interesting name. Sheahan could be out there. Who else is out there? Sprong, again. They may be willing to give up some of these pieces that can turn into something better on another team and then bring, you know, projects back to their team that they feel are young, affordable, and could be better with them. So let me know what you guys think about the Penguins down below. If you think Jim Rutherford's going to make any more deals, which players should they target? Go and take a look at their cap friendly before you make all these big money trades because they have to shed money in order to bring on contracts. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 4,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Make sure to click that notification bell. Peace.